Well, Vapeday peoples, get behind it, support it, share it on all your forms of social media. Big shout out to Steve at Legion Vapes for sharing the links to Worldvapeday. Hashtag Worldvapeday, get behind it folks. Share all your media, show all your support, get behind it, get behind all the advocacy, all the stuff that's happening, of course, in the States with flavour bans and all kinds of restrictions. It just shouldn't be. Vaping can't be any more dangerous than smoking cigarettes. That's my honest opinion and belief. After smoking for around 35 years and taking it up at a very, very young age of around probably 6 to 7 years of age. Of course, I got mainstream smoking from about 15 onward, but well in excess of 20 years of smoking cigarettes, and of course with the healthier options of vaping, it's very important, I believe, that we share it as much as we possibly can to get people off cigarettes. Here in Australia, with the costing being around $49, $50 plus in some cases for packets of cigarettes, when we have such great choices and such idiots banning products and different things. This is an industry that we need to support and get behind. Like and share. Get out there and support World Vape Day. Big shout out to Steve once again from Legion Vapes. Look forward to chatting with you sometime through all various social media channels. Big shout out also to Wendy Vapes. Been chatting through her channels and following the mixing guidelines that they do usually on a frequent basis in all her live channels and reviews. There's many different people that I follow through different channels and media, and really support everyone's channels as much as we all possibly can. World Vape Day, get behind it guys. Like and support, subscribe. Get out there and enjoy the day and vape on. Regardless of whether you're using sub-ohm units, pod units, many different choices out there. Of course, this is one of my favourites at the moment. It's a Geek Vape Aegis with a recurve jewel on top. Also have a Taro Baby that I quite enjoy with a profile unity there on top. Of course, started out on a little bit of a simpler unit, a Freemax Twister. Sort of moved on from that. This was my first choice in vaping, Vaporesso Taro Baby. Of course, moving on to a bit more of a mainstream unit now with the Geek Vape Aegis Legend. Kind of love this thing. The 30 key batteries pretty much goes all day. See you all later. World Vape Day. Love it. Hello YouTube, this is just a small taste of the stuff that I've got in celebration of World Vape Day. Just going around some of my stuff that I never thought that I would actually find myself actually in this position of, well, vaping. If you asked me 12 months ago whether I'd be really into this, I probably would have said, no way, Jose. These days I basically don't use any pre-built stuff anymore. I do a lot of DIY mixing. Got my scales down there. I've got an RTA that I'm waiting on to put into a mech build. Various juices. I mix up all my own juices relatively myself these days. Started out with some of the vaporized pre-mixes. Of course, that little unit in through there, coming down into zoom on it, is the Taro Baby. That's got a Profile Unity RTA tank on top. Other one is a Freemax Twister. Gone over to a Geek Vape Aegis with a recurve dual coil. Coming around, it's my flavoured nicotine, courtesy of Mixology Vapes in New Zealand that I import into Australia. Various tools, various different little tools in my toolkit there. Of course, these days I'm getting into the Coil Master kit to make my own coils. Just coming around that gear. Of course, that was my very first unit, that Taro Baby. Can't wait to get that Ardent up and running. And using titanium fibre cotton for re-wicking, along with, nice and tight there, the Tofo, of course, for the profile unity, 6mm. Starting to develop a little bit of a kit of flavourings. 10ml bottles, probably next time on a reorder, should I get to that point, I'd probably go for 30ml bottles for mixing. That's just a small taste of where I find myself in 6 months of vaping.